All right, let's then get some legal perspective then. We are now joined via Zoom by a regular guest here, legal analyst Sinawo Makangela. It's always a pleasure to see you, so thanks very much for joining us here on SABC News.
Thanks, Flo, for having me, and thanks to the viewers at home.
You're most welcome. Let's get some reaction then from you. What do you make of the suspension by President Cyril Ramaphosa of Judge President John Hlophe?
Well, as per the indication from the minister who sent the note, the president was advised by the JSC. Remember, the JSC at some stage took a decision to say they will allow the Judge President Hlophe to explore all the available avenues of appeal. But as soon as the Supreme Court of Appeal made its review on the matter, pronounced on the matter, the JSC then said again, I think in the July sitting of the JSC, if I remember very well, it could be the first session or the second session of the JSC, where it resolved that now we will advise the president to suspend the Judge President of the Western Cape.
All right, so
this is not new.
Yeah.
This is not something normal. Remember now, recently we are confronted with new things in our constitutional democracy. It's for the first time where a sitting judge will be suspended.
Yeah.
Because there is a serious violation of the Constitution. There's an allegation of misconduct on the part of the judge himself.
All right, legally, where to from here? Of course, we understand that JSC will then refer the matter to Parliament, and my understanding is that the National Assembly will then start to institute impeachment proceedings. What does that look like? I mean, yet again, we're hearing this word impeachment that we as South Africans have become quite familiar with this year.
Yes. Actually, my understanding is that at the time the JSC took a decision to advise the president to suspend President Hlophe, I think he indicated that he's appealing, he's taking the matter to the Constitutional Court. This, it's like a merry-go-round kind of a situation because it presents what we call a constitutional conundrum, because some of those who were the complainants in the matter are still forming part of the quorum of the Constitutional Court.
Yeah.
So that's why you'd find this delaying process, because this thing has never happened in our constitutional democracy. But then again, the judiciary must try to be firm and demonstrate that no one is above the law. So there was that indication that he was appealing that perhaps the National Assembly may wait and allow those legal processes to unfold before it can take the next step. The bar is too high. Remember? The bar, as we've indicated, even in anyone's case, the president, if you talk about impeachment, the bar is too high. There is a lot of processes that must unfold still. At the end of the day, when all the processes have been unfolded of the National Assembly, it will require 2/3 majority to remove a sitting judge.
Yeah.
So that's why it has taken so much.
Yeah, our judiciary is really being tested quite a lot. And I wonder, on your side, do you see an unhealthy way in which the judiciary and, in fact, politics are sort of being forced to merge, where we're starting to see blurred lines between, that separation of power, which is supposed to be, sort of a clear separation of these three?
Well, actually, that's very important for healthy democracy. As we say, there are new things, there are new developments. The Constitution is being tested now, recently, on a daily basis. That's why if you see in fact, in these arms of the state, that's why even the appointment of judges, it's a public process. You get to see where a candidate must demonstrate his expertise, his experience. Somebody who cannot just give in into the political pressure. Otherwise, you would not have any certainty into our law. Whether politics today have changed or tomorrow they've changed, the law must remain the same. The law must be applicable. So the good thing is that if something is going to be carried out until the latter, like is the case now, because now the matter is serving before the National Assembly, if the JSC has written the National Assembly, they can still allow the Judge President to explore his last lab, which is the Constitutional Court. They wait for the Concord. Once the Concord pronounces itself, then the National Assembly can carry out its task, so that there is no interference by the other arm of the state.
All right, Sinawo, it's always a pleasure to have you here with us. Legal analyst Sinawo Makangela joining us here in reaction to President Cyril Ramaphosa, of course, his suspension of Judge President John Hlophe from his duties.